Hey, this is Devin from the Ski Monster, and today we're going to do something a little differently and talk about some skis I would recommend for all skiers, including women, even though they are not women specific skis. If you think about it, generally, a female skier with the same ability and same athleticism is probably going to weigh less than her male counterpart, so it would make sense to have skis designed that are lighter and more maneuverable for women. However, some women with more aggressive ski types kind of feel like those skis can be missing a little something. Sometimes they just really can't hold up at speed or they just aren't powerful enough for the type of skiing they want to do. So, we've chosen to review the Black Crow Serpo and the Fischer Ranger 96. The reason I've chosen these two skis today is that of all of our female ski testers, both of these have made most of our top 5 for 2 seasons in a row. So if I'm looking for a ski, I generally want something that can keep up with everyone I'm skiing with, go pretty fast, doesn't have a speed limit, and is super playful. That's a lot to ask of a ski. The other part is I mostly ski on the East Coast, so in the morning we can have bullet ice, in the afternoon we can have chop, and before last chair it can be slush bumps. So I really need this ski to be adaptable. I really like the Fischer Ranger 96, also known as the Mango ski, because it can be aggressive and playful. And the reason it does this is there's just enough metal in it that it can hold onto a groomer, it can carve, it doesn't have a speed limit, but unlike other skis loaded with metal, it's much lighter, so it's not as taxing on me. It still has just enough rocker in the tip and tail that I can have some fun with it, bounces around, it can bounce off a knoll nicely, in and out of the trees, and then still get back on that groomer and carve turns. The next ski we'll talk about is the Black Crow Serpo. This is a 93 millimeter underwaist, which is that mid 90s range is a really good sweet spot if you want a one ski quiver that can kind of handle variable conditions and you're not spending most of your time in powder. The reason I like this ski is if the Ranger's a little more playful, the Serpo is a little bit more frontside directed. So if I know I have a day where I'm kind of trying to keep up with my coworkers, spending a lot more time on groomers, and I really want to go fast and carve turns, the Serpo is an awesome ski. I do need to point out that this ski here is a 174. This is our test ski. All of the women in our test crew had to use this ski, which is a little bit too long for most of us. And the fact that we still came back to it time and time again is a really good testament to how well designed this ski is. For keeping that in mind, I do want to say that it only comes down to a 168 at the smallest length. So I do recommend the Serpo more for taller skiers or more aggressive skiers, just knowing that it's not quite short enough. So if you want something a little more playful and powerful, I'd go with the Fischer Ranger. If you want something a little bit more aggressive and frontside, I'd go with the Serpo. And if you're a female that uses the words like powerful, playful, aggressive in your ski terminology, please don't overlook these. There's a lot of really wonderful and well-built women-specific skis, but these are great, and sometimes just adding that gender can just kind of make it confusing. If you have any more questions, please feel free to check us out on theskimonster.com or come make an appointment and visit us in Boston.